So this is what I am not going to talk about in this video. How you use the 70-20-10 rule to work out the type of content that you should be putting out. Because that's what it's known for in the digital marketing world. It dictates that 70% of your content should be educational, 20% should be engaging, and 10% should be promotional, where you're selling things to people. But today I want to flip the script a bit and use the 70-20-10 rule to generate leads. Because wasting 70% of your time creating content that doesn't align with your sales goals or your business goals is basically a waste of time and just frustrating. Generating leads is tied to how you allocate your content to achieve a psychological outcome with your target audience. So you should use the 70-20-10 rule to achieve 3 human goals that are needed before any sale: clarity, trust, and conversion. And if you go back and audit your content and you realize that it's not achieving any of these 3 psychological goals, then you're probably leaking leads. So let's start with the biggest allocation, the 70%. And let's give that to trust, because trust is the bottleneck to any type of premium sale. And the goal of this 70% allocation is to earn the permission to sell to your ideal customer, to sell to your ideal client, to provide them with the solution that they are looking for. And this is where you silence their doubt and you answer their objections in your content before they even ask. So when they're reading your content and they've got all the doubts niggling in the back of their mind, and they go down and they read one of your paragraphs, they read your messages, it answers that objection. They continue, they've got another objection in the back of their mind, they continue reading, and then boom, you've answered another objection. So think about using your 70% to build your credibility, and trust builds credibility. Now let's go to the 20% slice. Now this slice is about clarity. This is where you make sure that your message is clear to your ideal customer so that you are able to qualify your potential clients. So in this 20%, you're speaking directly to their pains, to their challenges, but also to their desired outcome. So that when they read your content, they know, yeah, you have the solution to my problem. So your content should make them feel like you know exactly what they need. Because if they don't feel validated here, then they won't proceed to the next step, whatever that is, whether that's booking a free call with you, whether that's downloading a digital product, whether that's signing up to your free webinar. If they are not clear and they don't feel validated, it's not going to happen. And if you're wondering if your content is actually clear, making sense, and landing with your ideal clients, you can take my content clarity check quiz, and that's in the description box below. It's free and it's a quick self-audit tool that you can use to see if your prime content is actually landing how you want it to. And last but by no means least, let's go to the 10% allocation. Now this is your smallest allocation, but it's probably your most crucial allocation of how you devise your content. Your content here should be entirely focused on driving your audience to take a clear and immediate next step. So this content is simple, direct, and is focused on the benefit of the immediate next step. There's no room for confusion within your content in this 10% allocation. So why don't you give it a go? The next time you're writing a piece of content or thinking about your content marketing strategy, why don't you use the 70-20-10 rule to focus on human outcomes rather than the type of content that you should be writing, which is what it's used for. You can flip the script and use it to focus on psychological outcomes and see how that transforms your content and the way people interact with your content. But let me know in the comment section below, what other rules or techniques or frameworks that you've been using in your content strategy, and how you decide what content to put out next. So if you enjoyed this video and got value from it, please do like and subscribe, because on this channel, I share human-led strategy and frameworks to help business owners like you create content assets that attract your ideal clients. So remember to take my free quiz, which is in the description box below, if you're not sure how clear your content is or if it's landing the way you want it to. And then I will see you in the next video.